What's up there guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now this game we are playing in 2025, so this is a game which is still receiving updates, it's still getting a ton of content, and yeah, I want to show you a guide to how you get started with this game. So I have cleared out my profile, I'm starting from scratch. Please do grab yourself a drink, let's hit the road. Right then guys, so yes, I've cleared out my profile. So as you'll see here, this is a new profile that we'll be starting with today. So yeah, basically I'm creating a profile called Ellipse Gamer, and I've selected a male option, which means that I've got male pictures here. If you were to select female, you've got female pictures. So it's kind of, you know, that's the first thing. Moving down, there's all sorts of different images, there's tons of them. I do wonder how these images ended up in the game. Is this stock photography? Is it supporters of the game? Is it staff members? I quite like this fella though with the tash, so let's go with him. Preferred truck design, well there's quite a few different options, and this is basically the truck that you start off with. This black and red one looks very cool, but I'm going to go with this orange number just because I do like the bright orange. It reminds me of like a Lamborghini style orange. Company logo, well, there's not many options here to start off with. So I think I might have selected this one last time. I can't actually remember. It's been that long since I played this game. Company name, we're going to go with Ellipse Transport. Yep, basically standard. The English language is the option that I'll be going with, although you can select English, United States, and a whole ton of other languages as well. Map module, well, everything's grayed out apart from Europe, and use Steam Cloud, which I've got that ticked there. So basically my profile is going to back up to the Steam Cloud. I'm going to hit create to get started, and that's just basically set up. So I've got my profile up here. It's telling us here that the current profile is not connected to World of Trucks. So World of Trucks isn't something that I'm going to be covering in this video. I'm going to click here to dismiss this. And yeah, I mean, basically, from here, I would recommend firstly going into options down here and basically just having a quick look. So for my settings right now, I've got this set up for the display. I've got it in full screen mode. I've got the brightness just to 100%. Resolution is 1440p, which matches my monitor. Refresh rate is 100 well, it should be 144 hertz, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. 143 always knocks it down by 1. Vertical synchronization, I've got it enabled really. I mean, I prefer disabled generally. I prefer to have VSync switched off, because I like, I think it takes a slight knock on performance in certain games, but in this game it shouldn't really be a problem. I've got the FPS limit to 60, now that's for YouTube. Also, let's go down. So image quality, scaling is at 300%. Really, I could push this up as high as possible. I mean, I'm going to put it on 400%. If there's any problems, I'll cut it back a little bit, but I was playing on 300 with no problems at all, and the game doesn't look great even at 300. It's still, because it's a fairly old game now, to be fair. So let's continue down. So texture quality, I've got everything literally set as high as possible. My graphics card is a 3080. If you're running anything around about there, then you can have everything absolutely up to the absolute max without any problem. Mirror distance is on ultra. It's shadow quality is ultra. These are the only, as far as I could see, options for ultra. Everything else is switched on, and I'm going to hit apply and yes, and basically that should then take effect. So yeah, what I will say is this game has had so many updates over the years that everything is very smooth in the menus. It's very nice indeed. Audio wise, now I might start meddling with this a little bit as we go on, because sometimes the truck engine can sound a little bit loud and stuff like that. There might be other sounds that sound too loud. Well, everything's set to 50% right now. Gameplay wise, there's all sorts of different things that you can change and switch here. You could turn fatigue off if you don't want that. You can turn off traffic offense as well. I remember at one point in the game when I was playing it, there was one particular place where you would always get a traffic offence, and I can't remember what was causing that now, but it just came to mind then. And I found that I had to switch that off at that particular point in time to stop getting so many tickets for speeding or for passing through, or for was driving on the wrong side of the road, I think. I think the game was confused as to which side of the road I was supposed to be on. I had to switch that off. Preferred job length, just leave that at 100% to start off with. Parking difficulty. Now, when you go to park, you can basically choose to just literally arrive at your destination and that's it, where you don't get any XP for that. You can choose to do sort of, there's a medium difficulty and then there's an advanced difficulty where you're actually reversing in fully. But this basically here is the various options in terms of how complex the parking arrangement is. I'm just going to leave it here to always select for the time being. Random road events are at 33%. Now, all of this type of stuff you can change as you go on. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Time zones are disabled as well. Transmission type, I'm just going to leave it on simple automatic to start off with. Although, because that mirrors basically, for me personally, how I think of the European trucks, like in terms of they're all generally automatic now. Yeah, and all of these settings are just literally as they are here. I am not going to get into too much more of this at the moment. I'm just going to leave everything in default the same with interface, keys and bindings. So for the majority of this, I'm going to leave it as it is in terms of I've got a steering wheel set up in front of me, but I'm going to leave E as the general stop start engine key and parking brake as space bar. So you might hear me hit those keys. Also, left and right turn indicator, I'm going to set those up actually though. So the only thing is I can't do it on the steering wheel at the moment because it doesn't recognise that I've actually got a steering wheel set up. So I'm going to go to controls and I'm going to do a quick setup of a steering wheel by going to controls here. You can also use the mouse and keyboard if you choose. You can also use a joypad if you do choose, but I'm going to go with steering wheel here. And like I said, I'm going to select simple automatic for the time being. So in terms of my wheel access, I'm going to press here and I'm going to turn the wheel slightly from left to right and right to left, sorry, just to basically check that that's correct, and it certainly is set up correctly. I'm going to turn the dead zone completely off. With my acceleration, I'm going to click here and I'm going to press my accelerator, and that's absolutely set up correctly. I'm going to turn the dead zone off as well. For the Y axis, which is the braking axis, I'm going to press the brake pedal and I'm going to turn the dead zone off. If you want a little bit of dead zone, that's absolutely fine. I don't want any. When I press the pedal, I want it to be active. I'm going to press next, and I'm also going to press finish wizard. So that now enables the steering wheel, and you'll see that it's now come up here, Thrustmaster Advanced Mode Racer, as an input type along with the keyboard. So the two are working side by side. So that's enough for that. As I said, in keys and bindings, we will configure these as we go on, and we will select them as we need. But there's all types of stuff here. One good key is attach and detach trailer, which is T, but it kind of prompts you for that. But yeah, like I said, we are going to basically select the indicator. Now, a good way to find different types of controls is there's a search option, which is fantastic. Now, I know we saw the indicator before, but I'm just showing you and demonstrating that you can search for it using that search option as well. So I'm going to set up a secondary indicator control as being on my paddle shifters for now. In fact, I'm not going to use the paddle shifters because they're super loud. I'm going to change it to some buttons on my steering wheel instead. So there we go. That's our indicator setup. If there's other things that we need, we can come back here. So now I'm going to escape out of here. I'm going to continue career, and that should enable us to start a new game. Now, it's going to be quite fun this actually, because I haven't started a new game on this for a number of years. So What I have done is disabled all mods. So there's no mods on at all at the moment. I should have showed you that on the main menu there, but you could have seen it. You could see it if you go back. All it says is mod 0. There's none active. One of the reasons for that is because I was finding that this game would crash quite regularly and quite frustratingly. So that's why you haven't seen a great deal of coverage of this game on this channel. If we continue to encounter crashes while making videos, I might have to look into other options, hardware setup or something like that. There's something which is triggering. There was something which is triggering crashes. So basically, I've just disabled all mods, and I think that should resolve it. We're going to select the city that we started in. I think previously I streamed this game. We were playing from Newcastle, which is probably closest to where I am. I probably live around about this sort of area, maybe south of Newcastle. I'm going to go with Manchester. So there we go. Basically because it's a big city, and I do like Manchester. Although, yeah, it's a decent drive for me, but I do like it. So we'll go with Manchester, and we will select to go through the tutorial. And yeah, so as we're getting started, this should be quite fun. So welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're going to hit enter to continue, and at last you have the chance to experience your dream job driving a truck. Again, enter. Your own transport company is now open for business, but sadly you lack money to buy a truck. For now you'll have to work for other companies as a driver for hire. So this is a great starting point really. It means that you're not initially hit with options for buying trucks, you're literally just driving. So we're going to hit enter again. So your first task is to safely deliver a load of sawdust panels. So the dock here in Manchester, your employer has provided you with a vehicle and will cover all expenses. Don't let anyone down and arrive on time. Again, enter. So here we go. So it just brought up a little bit of information on the screen there about what we were going to be doing. And it's firstly telling us here to hit E to start the engine. So there we go. The engine is started. It is quite quiet because these European trucks are quite obviously quiet running. You don't hear a great deal from within the cab. So we do have throttle controls. It tells us up, W, or basically the pedal. So I'm going to press that in just a sec, but it does tell you the brake and steering as well. So it's telling us to drive forward a few meters and then stop. So I'm just pressing the pedal here, and then I'm going to stop. So there we go. So now it's going to tell us about cameras. These camera options are found on the basically number keys. So you've got interior camera, you've got a chase camera, which you can then look around a little bit as well. You've got a top-down camera, which is 3, and you can also cycle through the cameras by using 9. You do have a number of different cameras, by the way, which are not covered there, but if you press enter it tells you these other ones here. So you've got roof camera, and these are the ones that we were cycling through there with a 9 key. You've also got lean out camera. It's useful for reversing. Bumper camera. You've got on wheel camera, which is quite a nice view, that one actually. Drive by camera. So that's kind of like a drop camera. And then we're going to hit enter to continue because we already did 9. We already touched 9, which is next camera. Alright, it's time to make a delivery. So use route advisor. I'm just going to go back into the internal view. So it says press F1 or pause to look closer. So we'll hit F1 and that brings up our route planner here. And now we're in the pause menu. When the game is paused, you can control route advisor with the mouse. You have a sat nav called route advisor, available at all times. Route advisor displays your current status and helps you with information about your current job and points you where to go. So we can hit continue. Basically what it does here, it tells you here your current status, current speed, gear, damage, fuel, fatigue, email indicator, time, and your money. So that's all up here. So basically, yeah, speed, gear, any damage there, fuel, fatigue, these should all sort of light up and stuff. Email indicator, if you've got emails, that will light, and then time and your money is here. So this is now the contents of your current selected page, which you can switch between by hitting F5. So basically, yeah, so as you can see, you've got a very close sort of GPS view, a sort of wider view, and then a wider view of the city, and then a wider view of the surrounding area. Okay, then page toggles, switch between navigation, current jobs description, truck diagnostics and short messages. So we'll hit continue. So this is telling us now that the navigation map, so this section, shows with the blue arrow where we are. If you're on a job, it shows the shortest route to your destination in red, which is showing us out that way. At the bottom of the page, there is an estimation of the remaining trip, time and distance. So, yeah, we know that that's there. And also, you can cycle through the various views, zoom levels, as it says there more accurately, by hitting F5. We can now switch to the next page by hitting F6. And this tells us various things here. So this is the job description, basically. It tells you it tells you when you are expected. So that's in terms of time. So that's the delivery time, and also how much time you've got left, and how much money you'll receive. So yeah, it's only 392 euros, this one. So obviously it has some information here about sawdust panels. It's also got the time here remains, and also next rest stop. You can cancel your current job as well there. But for now, we're going to hit F7. You can go to the next page. So it's literally these buttons across the bottom here, which you could also click on as well. And this is your damage screen. So basically, we've got the cab here. So yeah, you can damage your cab, which is obviously going to be costly. You can damage your trailer, which is going to cost you in terms of your job. And then you've got damage to your load as well, so in terms of your cargo. So that's there. So yeah, this is basically the diagnostic screen. You could truck the vehicles basically can be, I'm just reading what it says here now, can be repaired at the service station in any city. The damage to cargo, however, is permanent. So that's what I mean. There's a difference there between the truck and the cargo. If you happen to get stuck on the road, you can also call road assistance by using the services and adjustments menu. For a fee, they will take you to the nearest city and help you get back working. All right, continue. We're going to hit also F8, which doesn't show you, which is basically short messages screen, and F9, which is the chat screen, which is currently not available. So let's go back to our navigation with F5. We'll close the tutorial. There's a number of things that you can do in this pause menu of interest. So you could hit F1 to unpause, which will just resume the game. You can also toggle UI mirrors. So they're now both sides, left and right, are now on. Hitting F2 again will take you down to 1 on the left, or F2 again will take off UI mirrors entirely. I have a tendency to toggle a UI mirror on there, being the right one, the left basically, because the right one is pre-populated. So the left one I find is useful, because if you were to look to your left, which I'll show you in a sec, that mirror is tiny from here. It's not realistic, I don't think. You would be able to see a lot better, a lot clearer. But yeah, we'll get to all that anyway. So also you can toggle route advisor modes from here. Basically, if you hit F3, you'll see that it strips away all of the shrouding sort of options, or you can just close it all together and you've got a sat nav down here still. Vehicle adjustments is F4. So I like to make a few fine adjustments here. So you can click on these things, or you can press the various number also. So tilt for me is fine, but you can use W and S to tilt slightly. Actually up a tiny bit there would be useful. You can then have a field of view. So basically I like a slightly wider field of view. You change those with A and D. And then you can pan with 3, you can rotate with 4, seat position in terms of up, down, left, right. Put it down a tiny bit for me. You can tilt the steering wheel if you want in various ways. You might prefer to have the steering wheel slightly more out of sight. I like it just where it is. And yeah, you can also do you can move the steering wheel in and out as well if you choose. But for now, we'll just X out of there. You can also adjust your mirrors I think. Hold on. Well, I pressed 2 there. There we go. So yeah, you can basically adjust them with all these different options here, which we won't actually get into at this stage. You can adjust your lights, and you can adjust your UI mirrors as well, should you choose to. Well, that's actually just toggling, isn't it? Which we're already aware is F2. But for now, guys, we've got a job on hand. So let's bring up our route planner again to the side. I'm going to hit the throttle, and we're going to start working our way out of here. So yeah, it should be a short distance for this first job. But yeah, that left mirror to me isn't very good. In fact, I think you can zoom somehow. Just have a quick check in the menu. I'm sure you could zoom. I was thinking about it then when I was talking about it, but let's just check keys and buttons. Now, I could just be completely making that up. Zoom interior camera is the middle mouse button, so let's give that a go. So yeah, great stuff really. So yeah, we know we've been playing a lot of Derail Valley recently, and we know that you can zoom on that game. Just watching this trailer come round here. In fact, I'm trying to find the way out here actually. I'm assuming it's across this little bridge, although yeah, it certainly is. Right, we're a bit misaligned there. We might have a bit of a struggle on our hands to start off with here, getting out of here. This is going to be tight. Just imagine this, your first time playing the game. I couldn't imagine encountering this tiny little bit of road to come out with here to start off with. But there I think we've managed it. Yeah, we've just managed that nicely. So you see here, from here we are heading towards Manchester, and we're on the UK side of the road, so we'll be driving on the left here. So yeah, as you see, the graphics are a little bit on the dated side. I'm sure there's mods that you can use for the graphics. I know, like, so previously we were running pro mods, which added a lot of nice content in terms of additional things to make the game look realistic, which is always nice, but we've just stripped things down to basics for this run. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy playing the game. I'm going to enjoy driving. I'm going to enjoy taking in what this game has to offer again, because it's been a while since I've indulged in this one. And yeah, it's really lovely, to be fair. So we've got traffic lights here. You will get traffic offences. You will get fines for running lights. So we'll just stop quite nicely here. And it's been a while since I've seen this game without mods on. It's been a while since I've played around with it. So we have covered a number of other trucking games on this channel. I mean, over the years. And I just noticed there that when I touch the brake, I've got that familiar thing of having the game think that I'm in reverse. So we might have to manually change it so that it doesn't think that we're going into reverse when we press the brake. That's the problem with simple automatic. But yeah, we have covered a number of different truck games on this channel. So Truck Driver is one. Let's run them down. So On the Road Truck Simulator, we've covered Alaskan Road Truckers, we've covered Truck and Logistics Simulator, just so many different games. And yeah, I want to go back to some of those actually to make a comparison at some point. But yeah, for now guys, this is our drive for today, and I really hope you're enjoying it. Let me know if you enjoy this video by hitting the like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd love it if you go ahead and do that. We are going to be coming into here now. It's telling us here that we're at the terminal, and basically we're going to be doing a park. So I'm going to attempt, after all of this time, to basically get as much XP as possible here. So I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to just basically drop this off wherever they need it. So the various options here, this is the hardest with the most XP. So this could be anywhere. It's going to be a reverse, basically. This one is going to be a forward drive in for 15 XP. Or you can just literally skip the park and not gain any XP from this park. So I am going to attempt the hardest one to start off with. And it's going to have us drop off over there, which is indicated on the route planner as well. Just Just wondering why my truck isn't moving forward and I'm pressing the accelerator. You can hear the brakes disengaging. I don't know. So you can skip parking as well. It's telling you there basically. Right, I'm just going to pull all the way forward here. I'm going to try to do this without using an external camera. And I don't know why this big thing is still up on the right hand side blocking our part of our mirrors. But yeah, we're going to basically reverse. So what I'm going to do is bring up one external UI mirror on that side. I'm going to start to reverse in here like this. And it wants us to skip basically. It's telling us again that we can skip. I'm going to reverse in here though. We're going to do it, guys. I think we're just about in there now, although we're a little wide. But yeah, we're in there now, so we can press T. I mean, it's pretty lenient. I mean, if we look on the outside, you'll see we are in. It's just we're off to one side slightly, but anyway. So we'll hit T, and basically that disengages our cargo. So that basically gives us the money. We got a trailer maneuvering bonus for doing that manually. We only got 4 XP for the drive, but we did get a job completed overall rating of excellent. We can hit continue now. And so what it's going to do now is take us to our first HQ. So here we go. This is your headquarters. Enter. It's a basic garage. It may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks in sight. Once you've earned enough money and bought a truck, you will be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from here. So yeah, it's now going to put us into a simple menu of quick jobs to enable us to select something. So I'm going to go for something like really short for this one. Tell you what, I've never even driven one of these. The money's low. It's only an hour drive, so let's do this. So we'll take this job. And basically, we should be already attached up because this is our job now. Like in terms of we have come here. It's their truck. Again, it's orange. It says we've got mail though. So let's have a look and see what it's saying there. If we press F8. We can't see them on there. So, trying to think how you check your mail. Doesn't matter for now. We'll come back to that because I'm pretty sure that's on that screen that we were in when we were at the HQ. So for now, start the engine. We'll hop back into the cab. I keep pressing F1 instead of 1. And we'll go back to the navigation screen. Alright, so we've got a short drive. Oh, we've still got our steering off to one side. We've got a short drive to Liverpool now. So again, we're coming out of this tight little one. And we'll indicate to the left here. There's nothing coming. Just give enough space to swing out there. Probably a bit too far. Could do with some interior lights on. Do we have that set up? I need to go in here actually and let's see. So I am going to select lights here. No, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the graphics screen. So let's go controls. Sorry, keys and buttons, light. Light modes is L, so that's quite straightforward. I'm also going to, while I'm here, go to look, and I want to select, to look left, I'm going to use the basically, the D-pad. You can look up, forward, look up, right, and I'm going to leave those. I'm just going to use left and right there for now, and we'll just come out of there. And while we're driving, I'm going to hit the L key. I was hoping that would give us a bit better interior light, but not so much. We do have our lights on though now, so if I can manage this, we should have lights on. L. Yeah, you can see they're only just on. It's daylight, so it's not really lit up, but anyway, it'll help with visibility for other vehicles, I guess, while we're meddling around in the menus. But yeah, we'll be coming left out of here. Not sure how much weight we've got on here, but it does feel like quite a lot. I'm still using the mouse to look. I do find it easier. I think I've said before on these games, I want to be in the left lane guy. little bit all over the road. Still getting used to the controls. The feedback from the steering wheel doesn't feel very strong. I could do with turning it up a little bit, I think, just to give it a bit more pull as I'm driving. So we're going to go left here onto the motorway and up this section. Basically round here. And this will be our first encounter with the motorway. In fact, I don't think we need to indicate to come on here. It looks like we've got our own lane. Right, so we'll just keep it moving. So yeah, hopefully this won't take too long to get here. Like I said, I don't want to make this video too long as the introductory one, but see the sky as well. There's birds up there. I don't think there was birds in the sky the last time I played this game. I'm all over the road looking at them. Just distracted there. Wow. So the scale of this game does allow you to sort of go between cities fairly quickly. The in-game time is obviously set so that if you're doing an hour drive, it is fairly quick in terms of the difference between in-game time and real time. So yeah, we're just nudging her up above 50 miles per hour now. We're going to change lane here. We do have a car here, a BMW, it looks like. Come on, dude. Oh, it's a Skoda by the looks of things. It actually looks like a Golf from the back, but then again, Skodas and VWs, it's all the same. And that one certainly looks like a Mini there. Let's keep her moving. Are we coming off here? I don't think we are. But we are undertaking, which is dodgy behaviour. Should we not undertake to make it realistic? I think we won't undertake. Let's slip back a little bit. This tanker driver is going to be upset with us. I'm indicating right now. And these cars are doing nothing to let us out, so... A car unfortunately got cut off there, but such is life. Right, I'm trying to get past this tanker. We've got somebody undertaking us. Got a little drive yet. I'm literally hogging the middle lane, aren't I? But the only thing is, if we move to that left lane, we're going to be stuck behind those cars, which is going to be... Well, that car and that tanker, which is going to be super annoying in itself. Let's move over. Yeah, we are breaking the speed limit by the looks of things. But we'll just keep pushing it. I want to show you what happens when you get a speeding ticket. Oh, that's my excuse anyway. Let's see if we can get past this tanker. There we go, 60 now. So yeah, speed limit's changed to 60, but we are still breaking it by going 65. We're going downhill. So let's see if we can get a speed camera to pick us up. And I can show you how much you get fined when you do that. So yeah, we're heading all the way to Birmingham, which isn't that far now, to be fair. We are flying here though. The other danger of going this fast is that you can literally go out of control, which does happen. It doesn't happen like it happens on the road truck simulator. Wow, I remember that. Just suddenly you're flying down the road and then you just lose control at any sort of speed, which is similar to the actual speed limit. It's crazy. I think we should go back and take a review of that game in 2025 and just see what it's like. Right, so it's our next exit here for Birmingham. Oh, here we go. We're going to be stuck behind this guy. Oh, that's a nice little sat-nav option. That's a nicer driving experience. In fact, we'll get rid of those UI mirrors as well. Yeah, the mouse is a little sensitive. So, on these games I usually turn my mouse sensitivity all the way up and then I just turn the DPI. Sorry, I turn the... What is it? Sensitivity down and then the DPI up. So I think I need to do that to get it a bit smoother, because I haven't actually changed any of the mouse settings yet. Alright, so we've got a 30 speed limit here. Just see if I can manage this. I've lost a bit too much speed there. Alright, so we've discovered Birmingham. So yeah, as you approach new cities, that will come up and let you know that you've now discovered the city. Wow, there's quite a bit of action up there. In terms of there's a train going by and stuff. Alright, so we want to be going right here. This car's going to have to let us in. Yeah, like I said, you can hit the spacebar for parking brake if you want to do that while you're kind of at lights. Some construction going on over here. Alright, so we've got tractors, so where are we taking these where are we taking this tractor? And it looks like it's here. So we're taking a right here across traffic. Ah, that cement mixer will have to wait, man. Alright. So here we go. Just need to move forward a bit more. The brakes are a bit too sharp. Right, let's... Actually, let me show you this one. To show you the difference. So we did the reverse, but this one will show you that if you select this option, it's quite straightforward. You normally just have to drive forward and kind of maneuver a little bit to get into the space without too much hassle. There you go. It's telling us we're ready for unloading, so we'll hit T, and that is now lowering the legs, detaching cables, etc. And that's it. So yeah, we got a base reward, trailer maneuver in progress, and we've now hit level 2. So if we hit continue, you see it gives us the option to use a skill point for different things. So you can do increase your long distance driving. So each of these basically as you can see from the ranks over here to the right, it's a higher reward dependent on your distance. So the first skill point is spent to get you to rank 1. So this would take us, in this instance, up to deliveries of 217, a 5% higher reward for delivery distance longer than X amount, and also 25% experience bonus. You've also got high value cargo, which I think is a good one. Fragile cargo. So out of those, the longer distance does give you the better bonus, I think. Just-in-time deliveries. And eco driving. So that's where you're saving by driving carefully. So I think I'm going to go for the higher value to start us off with. So there's our skill point placed, apply. So that opens up those jobs now. It also means it tells us there we've got new upgrades available if we so choose. But for now, guys, that's our introductory video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you've got any other tips for getting started with this game at the basic level. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd love it if you go ahead and do that. And yeah, if you want to receive notifications of up-and-coming videos, please do hit the bell for that. Otherwise, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Please do take care of yourself, and I'll catch you guys again soon.